aren't some forest fires like natural? Like that needs to happen sometimes to clear a lot of the like dead trees and stuff, and then the ash. But obviously, a lot of them recently are like not.
Yeah, so we have controlled bushfires in Australia that happens like pretty frequently because we also have I don't know the details about it, but we have this specific like is it breed? I don't know what the word for it is of tree or like sapling where it's a type of eucalyptus, I think, where the seeds from the tree need to be put into a fire in order for it to open up.
Oh.
So to keep the forest alive, they actually have to burn these seeds and basically start a bushfire for that area of the bushland to grow again. Which is the most like backwards thinking that nature has ever done. It's like,
well, because I imagine if like the dead trees pile up and then it's as hot as it is in Australia, it'll naturally catch on fire.
We get natural bushfires all the fucking time just because of how hot and powerful the sun is.
Australia literally is like the last dungeon area. Like even nature is high level in Australia. Like what the?
They like, randomly just start fire. Like,
it's literally the desert level in Breath of Time, the Breath of the Wild, where like Breath of Time. It's literally the desert level in Breath of the Wild, where like if you don't have the right equipment, you are forever like just gaining damage from the sun.
I think as well. I can't remember. It might have been one of those generic Vox videos where you learn about shit you didn't know you wanted to learn about, and then you learn about it, and you're like, okay.
You mean every YouTube video?
No, mainly Vox videos.
YouTube Shorts.
They're always like that. So I think it was like because the US for so long was actively stopping all the fires, it turned out that a lot of the branches needed to just be set ablaze so that they could get rid of them and that it could go back in the system, it turns into ash. So they had like a buildup of a lot of dead trees and stuff like that. So when the fire did start, it went like crazy and it shouldn't have been nearly as big as it was.
I mean, like, I
think I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, I mean, we have like so many like controlled bushfires just because we do have like at least in my area, we have a lot of like wildlife and like nature reserves and stuff like that. But sometimes, unfortunately, they're not. Some of those fires aren't controlled 100% of the way, and that's what causes bushfire scares and straight up bushfires sometimes. So I think that's why we have a lot of that. Just because we're trying to maintain the nature, and then sometimes nature's like, you know what? I'm going to go ham a little bit. And then they go ham.
The only controlled fire in the UK is from trying to boil your water to make a cup of tea.
It's like, oh God! Help!
As an Australian, what is like your biggest fear over there in terms of like nature-wise? Like what do you have to be careful about the most?
Yeah. Honestly, the people scare me the most.
That's such a video game movie thing. It's not the animals you gotta worry about, kid. It's the people.
It's the people. Humans are the scariest of them all.
Humans were the monsters all along.
You can predict a black widow. Can't predict a human.
Guns don't kill people. People kill people. In terms of wildlife, like I'm usually pretty okay with like insects and like snakes and spiders if I know it's not going to kill me.
Have you ever had like a big scare yourself of like you've encountered something and you're like, oh, this shit could actually kill me?
Yeah, many times. Like I've
like the health bar comes on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, many times. Like I remember I was actually this close to basically dying at one point. Because I was this close to being bitten by one of the most venomous ants in the world.
Venomous ants.
Yeah. So we not only so people outside of Australia think that Australia is just like venomous spiders and snakes.
That's just
we have
unfair.
we have a lot of venomous insects, and we have this one ant species called the bulldog ant, and it is supposedly the most venomous ant in the world, and I almost got bitten by one when I was like 10 years old.
Bro, I think Dark Souls is like way more balanced than Australia. At least it has like a hitbox you can see.
So basically, like I was camping. That's where most of the accidents happen.
So you're at the campfire, right? That makes sense.
Yeah, no, I was camping,
bonfire?
And I was like sitting on this. I lit the bonfire, and I thought I was in the safe zone, and I wasn't. The one enemy. Before I could teleport. So I was like kind of sitting around the fire with, my family and my mates. And I was like maybe 10, 11 years old. Mm-hmm. And we were in like a really, really like deep rainforest area, right? Yeah. So it was like, basically we just found like a flat, it wasn't even like a registered campsite. Basically, it was just like, we found a flat piece of ground. Yeah. Let's just, start a fire here. As long as it's controlled, it's whatever.
I like the way you just said.
You're responsible. And it's like, no, you're a fucking
You didn't
idiot.
say let's make this our campsite. You
Yeah,
literally said,
yeah.
let's start a fire. Here.
I mean,
A responsible fire, of course.
Yeah, a small fire. Let's start a fire here. Let's hunker down
Yeah,
here
you
for the
fucking
night,
did.
right? Yeah. So we set up the camp there, and my dad started the fire, and we were getting all cozied up, and I was sitting on this like giant slab of rock, right?
Okay.
Right.
It was like very smooth, and as like a 10-year-old, you just want to like climb shit, right? It's
Yeah,
like, so it's like
naturally.
I found lots of little rocks to like and big rocks to kind of climb around in, and I was sitting, and I was kind of sitting with my mate as well, and my hand was like rested back like this, right?
Okay.
Kind of like legs out,
Right.
kind of thing, and I was just chilling and everything, and then I felt something crawl onto my hand.
Right.
And I looked down and it was an ant. But I was like, oh, that's a big ant.
So how big are we talking?
Like that.
That's quite big, yeah.
Right? That's pretty
I mean, that's still an ant.
yeah,
You know?
still an
really
ant,
fucking
right?
Still an ant.
There's just
Yeah.
this pitch black ant, just kind of like crawling onto my finger. And then I kind of like put my hand up and was looking at it, and then my friend who was next to me just gasped and then fucking immediately swatted my hand away and swatted this ant off me.
Right.
And I was like, what the fuck? I was looking at this cool ant.
Oh, no.
Why would you do that? And he was like, dude, you could have died. Like, you do know what that thing is, right? And then he told me and he showed me what it was. And I was like, well, thank you for slapping my hand. Glad I didn't die young.
Does it definitely kill you, or is it like?
I
pain?
mean, it's like it can kill they say the venom is powerful enough to like kill an adult in like 15 minutes. So as a 10-year-old, probably would have been like instant kill.
Was the Coyote Peterson video of him?
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
sting test.
The sting test. I only know
But
the
will
bullet
it
ant.
kill me? That's the next level above.
He's like, what
It's
a
like
pussy ant.
it's like in the OG YouTube days. It's like, will it blend? Like 2030 YouTube.
Will I die?
Will I die? Will I die? Let's find out.
I'm Cody Peterson. I'm about to enter the death zone with the bulldog ant. So basically my friend saved my life, and now I'm now I know that we have these ants, because
Dobby owns you.
Yeah, when you're a kid, because when you're a kid in Australia, you're always told like be careful of the snakes, be careful of the spiders, because we do have a lot of non-venomous kinds, but that's not the ones you have to look out for, obviously. Like I've been bitten by a snake once, but it wasn't venomous, it just really fucking hurt, right? So that's fine. It was just like a little nip on the finger, so it's whatever. What doesn't kill you? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right?
They must have sent the craziest motherfuckers from the UK. If I was like there, one of the first people in Australia, and one of my friends just gets bitten by an ant, and we're like laughing, jovial, and then he just dies. I'm like, we're leaving. Like, fuck this place. Get back on the boat. We're leaving. Fuck this.
Oh, cute little ant. Boom.
It's just like fucking. I'm like, get back, pack the shit back up, pack it up.
That's why
they send the prisoners.
That's when
It's literally like the dark continent in Hunter x Hunter, right?
That's when you play the ground is lava. Like it's like everybody off the ground. Yeah.
The dark history is to why the UK sent
I don't think I'd have
prisoners.
like the courage to do anything in Australia, because like the
that.
more I read, the more I'm just like, I guess I just won't go outside then, because like
it's great.
The beaches sound great until I read about like fucking stonefish, right? And then I'm just
I mean,
What's a stonefish?
just don't fucking step on them.
okay, so a stonefish is a fish that looks exactly like a stone.
It's very ugly fish.
It's a very
like
ugly
a bottom
fish.
dweller fish.
Yeah, but its fins have razor sharp needles that if you step on it, it's apparently one of the most painful like experiences you can have in your
from
life.
an animal.
Yeah, from an animal.
Have any of your friends stepped on one?
I've had a friend step on one, and he obviously went to the fucking hospital for it. He didn't die, but
Well, that's a plus.
But I mean,
he
like,
didn't
Is it
die.
venomous or just painful?
it's just extremely painful. I mean, if it could cause like anaphylactic shock and like kill you if you're unlucky.
You know, like
It's the most venomous fish known.
yeah, it's the most venomous fish known on Earth. And so even if you don't die, you're going to have a very, very bad time.
yeah, you're just gonna experience a lot
I mean,
of pain.
if you're experiencing enough
What
pain,
causes the pain? Is it because it's sharp, or is it like got some poison?
It's probably got some toxins in it or something, right?
It's not venom.
Yeah.
It can kill you, by the way.
It can kill you if you're
Okay.
overworking.
Just like pull up the Glock, shoot your own foot.
Yeah.
Just fucking
Stop it from going through the
Shoot
body.
the fish.
Cut it off. Cut it
Cut it
off.
off. That's John Wick it,
I
right?
mean, like,
Yeah.
you know, I think, but like things like stonefish and like, you know, all
Are they
the
super common or is it super rare?
No, it's very, very rare.